decision. Just look at that. Hello and good morning from Canada. I am so excited. I'm literally, every moment I feel so excited I'm going to die. Before I get into telling you all about where we are, what we're doing, where we're going, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex over here on The Cozy Life, and over on this channel we like to do travel content, but that's a little bit slower. We're just taking our time, we're enjoying. I've got a hair on my face. Well, I mean, I am a chaotic itinerary girly, but in a cozy way. If that sounds like a good time to you, then please stick around and do consider subscribing. I would really love to have you over here. We do have a lot of fun, and if you want to, give me a like or a comment down below as well. It really helps the channel out, and I do really appreciate that too. We are in Canada for 12 days, so we're doing a little road trip around the Rockies. We'll be visiting Whistler, Banff and Jasper over the next week, and then we're going to finish up our trip in the city in Vancouver for 4 nights and just hang out there and take a little look around. Sam actually used to live in Vancouver. He lived here for about a year when he was a student. He hasn't been here for about 10 years, and he's so excited to be back and like show me around and see all the sights and have a wonderful time. We arrived in Canada at about 4:30 yesterday, and our travel day was so fraught with peril that I don't think I would have had the strength to record it even if I was recording it. It started with our ETA, which is like our Canadian travel ESTA not being linked with our passports. So we weren't even able to go and board at Heathrow Airport in the morning. Then on the plane, the lady next to Sam had pneumonia and she ended up needing oxygen because she couldn't breathe properly on the plane. Then we had to drive here from Vancouver in biblical rain, in the pitch dark. By the time we started heading out of the city and into the mountains, it had got dark. The roads don't have street lights, they barely even have cat's eyes, so you're just driving and praying. Like, there was just no visibility. I was just pointing the car at the car in front of me and hoping for the best, and we made it here alive. But it was quite a hair-raising drive, and I've done quite a lot of intense driving in my life. We are here now, and it is beautiful. It's not too chilly. We're meant to have highs of 8 degrees today and drizzle on and off. We are in Whistler today, so we're getting straight out, getting some food, getting some coffee, going on a little easy walk just to ease us into it. And just because there's no promise on how the weather's going to hold out, it's not raining at the minute, but we don't know how long that's going to last for. We just wanted to do something a little bit more sedate so that if we get caught out in big rain, then we can get back to the car fairly easily and it's not too much trouble. Let's get on the road. This is a trip that is like 5 years in the making because we tried to come to Vancouver in 2020. Obviously COVID happened, and I'm so excited to take you along with me. So let's go. We started our morning with a slow stroll around Whistler, which was super sleepy and quiet at this time of day, though I can imagine the hustle and bustle does pick up as this is a super popular ski resort town. We weren't here for skiing or any outdoorsy activities at this time. We were just passing through Whistler as a stopping place, but we did enjoy looking at all the charming architecture and amazing views. As it caught our eye, we moseyed on over to the monument that denoted Whistler hosting the 2010 Olympic Winter Games, and it was just nice to have a look at the medalists and stuff on there. And just before the rain started coming down again, we headed over into Purebred just to grab some breakfast and a coffee, and we were not disappointed by all of these amazing cakes and treats available. Just the perfect way to get ready to start our amazing adventure through the Rockies. It's a bit dark just because we're in the underground parking of the hotel. We have just packed up the car and we went to Purebred for a coffee and a little baked good for breakfast, and it was just like classic, ridiculous, hugely portioned American baked goods. The coffee was really good actually. I really enjoyed it. It was really nice with my like chocolatey little treat that I had. And now we're going to go and try and do the train wreck hike, but the weather is quite bad, so we might have to turn back, and then if the weather is so bad that we end up turning back or not doing the walk, then we're just going to head straight to our next stop, which is Kamloops. The weather's meant to be a lot better there, I think, because we're in the mountains. you can drive, you know, a few hours down the road and the weather changes completely. So the weather's meant to be a bit better there, so we just thought we'd get out of Whistler. It was just a bit of a stopping point anyway, so that we could get our holiday started. I would note that Whistler has been so quiet this morning, so going back to what I was saying about how we like things slow and cosy around here, this is what we mean. This is why we've picked this time of year to come, to hopefully beat the crowds a little bit and sort of savour the holiday a bit more without being in a frantic rush around all the crowds. So I will either see you on the train wreck walk, or I will see you in Kamloops. We have, perhaps against our better judgment, decided on the walk. We had a look on the map and it was only a 19-minute walk, so if it gets too bad it's not too far to turn back. And we're the only car in the car park, which is my dream. I always like being the only person in a place. I just love this. It's so moody. I know that it's probably really nice on a sunny day, but it's also good on a rainy day. So yeah, we parked in the wrong place, but now we have parked in the right place. And again, there's just us and 2 other cars in the car park, which is what I like to see. That is my kind of holiday. So we're just beginning the trail here. And this is the train wreck trail. It runs alongside the train tracks. There is a crash train on the trail that's been graffitied and turned into a bit of an art installation, which is quite cool. And yeah, it's only 19 minutes away, maybe a little bit less if we get a stomp on, and then we can hang out in the dry for the rest of the day, hopefully. One thing I've been super scared of is bears, and there's a sign for the bears saying bears live here. We haven't managed to pick up bear spray yet, but I do want to, just for peace of mind. And I watched Cocaine Bear on the plane here, which probably wasn't the best decision. We'll be okay, it's only a little hike. Look how beautiful it is. And I'm just actually loving the rainy, moody forest vibes. I don't know if that captures on camera exactly how it looks in real life, but the river is flowing heavily. We'll probably get a bit closer to it later, but just seeing it through the trees and how blue it is and how fast and powerful it looks is pretty cool. And there's the bridge that we're going over, but I'm actually kind of scared of suspension bridges, so I'm just always convinced I'm going to slip off and fall to my death. It'd be a good way to die though, so let's go for it. Okay, so just crossing the bridge, and I actually don't think I can walk and talk at the same time because I'm quite scared. I know that I'm obviously not going to fall off, but it is amazing to see that. There's Sam giving me a heart attack as usual. Always on the precipice of things. I think we've got to go back that way as well, so I do kind of want to do it again. We've got our first glimpse of the train wreck just between the trees as well. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, but you'll see it in more detail in a bit. In the year 1956, a freight train carrying lumber running at more than double the posted speed came through here, and due to some turns and rocky overhangs it ultimately derailed. Thankfully there were no casualties, so this trail is all fun and no morbidity. The cheapest and easiest way for them to then get the train off the tracks and keep traffic moving was to just drag it away and leave it. Over time, artists have visited and spray painted and decorated this train and turned this into quite an interesting little trail to visit. Good news! On many counts, the weather has briefly improved. It has stopped raining, I think, or if it is, it's just drizzling. You know, the fine rain that soaks you through. We have come out at the train tracks So these are the tracks that said train derailed from, and it's still a live railway today, and we keep hearing sounds that are convincing us that a train is coming and we're going to be really lucky and get to see that. But I think it is just the sound of the road, but it literally it sounds like a train. But it's just so beautiful, isn't it? I can't get over it. I'm not coming home. This is where I live now, in this forest in Whistler with the bears. So we're just walking back to the car now, and I'm really glad that we did the walk in the end because the weather cleared up. On the way back out, we've noticed a few more people arriving, so it might not have been a seasonal thing with how quiet it was. It might have been a time thing because it was quite early in the morning. We're just leaving now and it's 10:30. That didn't even occur to me because I'm not an early in the morning person normally, but obviously jet lag. So we're just getting back in the car now and we're heading up to Kamloops with maybe a couple of stops on the way. I don't think I said that we were originally planning to go to Joffrey Lakes, but it is closed for the First Nations to reconnect to the land and, you know, use their own land to do their own thing. So we weren't able to go to Joffrey Lakes, which is why we did the train wreck trail instead. Now we're driving to Kamloops, so we've got time to make a couple of little stops on the way. We've just pulled over in this little lay-by to take a look at Duffy Lake. And it's literally right there. So come on, let's go and take a look. This was just another of many breathtaking scenes that we came upon. Duffy Lake in the native language is called Tuck, which translates as stuck, and refers to the logs creating this dam across the creek that forms the lake. This is our final stop before driving straight through to Kamloops. This is Cayush Creek, looking very beautiful and blue, and then there's this log bridge going across it that we're just going to really quickly walk across. Sam says he's seen pictures of it with no railings at all on, which would have horrified me. I would have still done it, but I would have been horrified. Oh, nearly fell and died. So we're just going to walk across this now, and then we'll see you in Kamloops. We just stopped at a gas station real quick because I needed the bathroom and Sam did too. You know when you've held a wee for most of your life, it feels like, and then you finally get to go, oh, chef's kiss. Anyway, I just thought I would show you these insane crisps that I found. They are vodka sauce pizza flavoured crisps. It's not like too cheesy or too ketchupy. It is kind of pizza-y actually. Yeah, they're good. Like 6 out of 10.
Okay.
They are kind of pizza-y.
Oh, okay.
We've arrived in Kamloops and we haven't had a chance to look at anything yet. We've just checked into our hotel. It's just the Howard Johnson Wyndham, something like that. Nothing fancy smanchy. It's literally just a bed for the night. And now we're going to pop out for some lunch / dinner and try out some Canadian craft beer breweries. The drive from Whistler in total was probably about 3 hours. 3 hours, maybe just under. We could have probably done it faster if we didn't stock loads. About a 3 hour drive from Whistler to Kamloops. Not too bad. The jet lag is jet lagging hard at the minute. I'm feeling pretty sleepy. It was an epic drive. The scenery was just beyond anything, and there wasn't a lot of traffic on the road either. It was quite an easy drive, just long, but lots of beautiful mountains and valleys and rivers to pass the time. It didn't feel like 3 hours. Good morning from Camley. We have just packed up the car and we are ready to start day 2 in Canada. Our stay at the Howard Johnson was fine. It's just a very functional hotel room. It was just a bed for a night. It was not anything special. I wouldn't rush back here, but it was just a bed for a night, and that's fine. So the plan today is to drive up to Mount Robson, which I think is about a 4-hour drive, and we're going to just take a look at some of the trails around there and maybe pick one. And then we are going to make our way to Jasper. And then it's just another hour from Mount Robson to Jasper, where we are staying tonight. And we are in Jasper for 2 nights and really looking forward to it. So I'll see you on the road. I just thought I would stop and show you the view. You don't get petrol stations with a view like that in the UK, but I don't know how it's not really looking as epic on camera as it looks in real life. But we are about halfway. I think we've stopped in a place called Blue River. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that. We have arrived at Mount Robson. There it is. It's very big. The visitor centre was closed for the season because we are here in October, so I guess not a lot of people come in October, and we were hoping to get our park passes from there, but I'm sure there'll be another opportunity. So we're just doing a little trail at Mount Robson now. I think it's the Overlander Trail and it leads to some falls, so we're just doing that now, and it's very, very beautiful. I've probably said that about a million times, and the drive here has just been breathtaking, unbelievably amazing, and just makes you feel really small when you're around these massive mountains. It's very cool. We decided not to walk to the Overland Falls trailhead from the visitor centre just because there was lots of biting insects about. We learnt our lesson in Estonia. We got really bitten going to Viru Bog. If you're interested in that video, I'll link it up in the cards for you to take a look at. Now that we've got on the trail, there's not actually that many biting insects, but we did just spray ourselves just in case. The trail from Mount Robson to the start of this trail was full of bitey insects. So this is just a 15-minute little walk through the woods to a waterfall, and we can already hear the sound of it roaring, which is pretty nice. So yeah, 15-minute walk, and then we'll get back on the road and head to Jasper. And here we are at Overlander Falls. Look at that, that is epic. Well done, nature. I also don't think I've said that Mount Robson, let's turn you this way so you can see it. Oh, the lighting's less good, but who cares? Mount Robson is the tallest peak in the Canadian Rockies, and I can't remember what the native name was for it, but I'll put it somewhere around here, and it literally translates as spiral road because the layers of sediment in the mountain look like a spiral road, which is pretty cool. We were just reading there at the falls that they're named after the Overlanders, who were a group of people. I think it said 196 people, 195 men and 1 woman. They were the first group to travel across Canada overland. Until then, the way to get from the east to west coast was by sea round the southern tip of South America, which seems absolutely crazy. I think they did that in 1862, I think it said. So yeah, until then, everybody was just going around by sea, which seems pretty long, and now I don't feel bad about my 4-hour driving days that I'm doing. It does also kind of annoy me when places like this get named after stuff that white settlers have done instead of what the natives probably would have called it, with no information about what it's called by the natives or what it means to them, or if it means anything, I don't know. But it is also an interesting factoid, so I'll give it that. I'm going to talk real quick just because there's lots of traffic, but this is the car park. It is totally empty now. It was just us. Although it is kind of horrifying when you read this sign. You know how I'm scared of the bears. We didn't get eaten by a bear though, we're still alive. For now. We've arrived in Jasper and it is beautiful. The views, the weather, it is so good. I think we've been quite fortunate with the weather considering the time of year. There's not been a lot of rain and we've got relatively clear skies. The sun is shining. It's not hot, but you don't want it to be hot when you're going to be doing sort of like hiking outdoor activities. I'm not normally a room tour girly, but I will just show you this room really quick because it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice for us. We usually like to do cheap and cheerful. Sometimes it's not even cheerful. Yeah, but this is the room. So you've got TV, little desk, nice big bed, sofa to sit on, chair to hang out at, and then Sam's in the bathroom as well. But you've seen a bathroom before. I'm not going to show you a bathroom. But yeah, nice big roomy room. I think we could get comfy here. It's going to be a good stay. And we are staying at the Tongquan Inn. I don't know if that's how you say it. Tongquan. I will annoy future me who is editing and tell you that I'm going to write it down below so that you can see what it is. So it's our first night in Jasper. We're probably just going to go for some food, go for some beers. We have another night in Jasper tomorrow night. So hopefully we can get some sort of hiking and see some of the sights in Jasper. Potentially go up on the sky tram, maybe a bit of kayaking, but that all depends on how we're feeling. And then it's on to Banff after Jasper, I think for 3 nights. Or it could be 2 nights, I can't remember, but I'm sure future Alex will tell you in more detail what we're doing. I don't think the GoPro is quite capturing how epic the mountains are around Jasper. They're so good. They're so big. Good morning from Jasper. So today is our only full day in Jasper and I'm filming on my phone today. I'm very much learning on this YouTube thing that I'm doing. So I'm trying out different things and just seeing what works for the best. And I haven't got a lot of pocket room today because I'm wearing this, which I feel like is super Rocky Mountains coded. Walls and check. Can you go wrong? Very excited about today. We're going to hopefully get a lot done today. We're going to do a little morning trail around either Patricia or Pyramid Lake. I can't remember which one it is. And then we'll probably head down and see if we can get on the Sky Tram. It is 150 Canadian dollars for both of us to ride the Sky Tram, which is a little bit spendy, but we're not going to do the Banff gondola, so we might just drive down there and see how we feel and have a little bit of a splurge. It just seems like so much just to ride a ski lift, but I guess that's just how it is. And then later on in the day we're looking at heading up to Medicine and Moline Lake and having a little look around there and maybe doing a little trail up there as well. I don't know how successful all of those plans are. Things could change. We could we could end up not being in the mood for something. We could end up being in the mood for something. We're just going to see how it goes. It is 9 AM and we are out on the road now and we have just come to Patricia Lake and look at that, insanely beautiful. There's a couple of other people out and about, but not too many. And I think I've already said a million times, but we picked this time of year because the weather's less likely to be good, but not too bad. It's just a little bit more unpredictable due to the altitude, but we get all of these beautiful autumnal colours and everything's just meant to be a lot quieter and a lot less frantic. And I think we've made the right decision. Just look at that. We have just arrived here, obviously, and we're going to do the number 6 trail, so we get to see views of Pyramid Lake. And then depending on how we feel, we might just take the shorter route back or the longer route back, because I think there's some of the Canadian red chairs on this bit of the route and I really want to see some. We'll see how it goes. We've just seen this bear poop that looks pretty fresh and I don't want to upset a bear. So we're turning back. I'm not doing it. This view was lovely enough. We can see the red chairs somewhere else. We haven't managed to pick up bear spray or anything either yet. And I mean, I'm sure if we did come across a bear, which is unlikely, it would be more scared of us, but I just don't want to deal with that. So we're going back. We're back at the car now. That wasn't a fail. It's just I'm really scared. That was probably the oldest bear poop in the Rockies. So now we are gonna just go and grab something to eat because we haven't had any breakfast yet. We just went to the bear's paw for some baked goods. And I was actually super looking forward to go in there, but I didn't rate the baked goods that much. They were fine. They just looked so much better than they actually tasted, so not really for me. I just thought I'd get back in the car because the car park suddenly got the most busy place on earth. We're gonna head down to the Skytram, have a little look around and see if it's something that we feel like doing. If it's super busy, I don't think it's going to be because it has been quite quiet everywhere. The Bear's Paw Bakery was probably the busiest place that we've been, and it wasn't like unbearable. We decided to get a ticket and we are just in the pre-boarding area now, and it's super empty at the minute. It's just me, us and one other person in here. Our flight is at 12:21 and it is 12:13 now, so hopefully it'll be a nice quiet flight.
You mean it's too windy for this to go up?
Yeah, if we get gusts of wind above 45 kilometers an hour, then we can go.
No way.
Yeah, our comms line, that little thin line in the middle there,
Yeah.
if it like blows too far to one side, it stops working, and then we can go.
Here we are, we made it to the top. Gave me a little bit of jelly knees coming up because I don't like heights, but I still make myself do it. And the ride was super peaceful. It was just us two and another guy, and the guy operating the tram was super informative and gave us so much cool information. And you can also see in the valley where the wildfires burnt through Jasper last year, and you can see sort of here where they're rebuilding the town. Yeah, he had lots of really super informative information about that as well, and how tirelessly the firefighters worked to, you know, save as much of the town as they could. That down there is the Athabasca River, I believe. We're going to be driving that way to Banff, but I could be wrong. We're just going to make our way up the mountain now. The guy said that it is snowing ever so slightly on the top. A little bit of snow, a little bit of rain. But I have put my raincoat on, so that's okay. You can just see the route that we're going to take up the mountainside there, and hopefully get even more amazing views. The trail getting up here is super brutal. The actual summit trail is just this here. But I have nothing left to give. It's really steep and I'm really fat. So, yeah, we did like the full summit instead, and the views are still amazing. It doesn't matter where you go. Just because we didn't do the summit doesn't mean we haven't seen some of the most epic views I think I've ever seen in my life. It's just so amazing. I never want to leave. So I think our timing was actually kind of perfect for riding the tram. And yeah, defo worth the cost, worth nearly dying climbing up there. Look how red I am. The cloud is coming in now, so I don't know if the views would have been as good if we'd have come later. It's just so special here. And yeah, every moment I'm feeling so lucky that I was able to do this trip. Coming at you in egg mode because it is raining again. We're just doing the Moose Lake Loop and the signs really hype you as though you're going to see a moose. I was like, I'm going to see a moose today because it says you're in the moose's house, stay 100 metres away from a moose if you see a moose, but we didn't see a moose. It's a good cutie little trail. It's marked as being about an hour long and it's not too difficult, but after the literal mountain that we just climbed, nothing would be difficult, would it? This is serene compared to the mountain. Moose Lake Loop. I would definitely recommend it just for a nice easy trail in Jasper. But yeah, we're just on the way back to the car now. No moose in sight. But that's okay, because I think I would probably panic if I saw a moose. Just back at the car now after the Moose Lake Loop, which was the perfect little hike for a potato like me. I think we're done adventuring for the day and we're just going to go out and get a couple of beers because the beer situation in Canada has also been amazing. We've had so many nice beers. So have a couple of beers, go for dinner. This will probably be the last time I talk. I'll probably just show you some clips of what we've eaten and drank. And then I think I'm going to also end this video here and make this maybe a 3-part series. So we are heading to Banff tomorrow for a couple of nights. I think I said 3 nights earlier, but it's actually just 2. Yeah, so stay tuned for that video and please make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss the update if you're interested in seeing it. But all that's left from me is thank you so much for watching. I appreciate having you here so much. It's been so exciting and I love taking you guys along with me on my adventures with, well, our adventures. Thank you. Bye.